Hi, I'm Miss Millie, and I'm here to read you a book today. The title of the book is Where the Wild Things Are, and this is what the cover looks like. Oops, it looks like it's backwards, doesn't it? I don't know if it'll continue to play backwards for you or not, but I have some wild animals who are here to join me in reading the story to you, and this is one of them. He doesn't look so wild, does he? But he's going to help me read this story because he's going to sit here and support me and be thinking about you. And look at this guy. I bet when he's in the jungle he's wild, but right now he's pretty tame. And he's gonna be here and smile at me the whole time I'm reading to you. So let's get started. The author of this book is Maurice Sendak, and he got an award for the pictures, and he drew the pictures in this book, and he got an award for the pictures too. So look at some of these wild things. They really are wild. Where the wild things are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. And another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. Yep, can you see that forest growing? Wow, that's really something, isn't it? And grew. Wow. Would you like to have a bedroom like that? It'd make you think that you were outside all the time, wouldn't it? And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. He even has a moon in there, doesn't he? And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let all the wild rumpus start." What's a rumpus, you ask? What is a rumpus? I think it's just a wild time with everybody going crazy, swinging from trees and all that stuff. I bet over this quarantine time you've had quite a rumpus a couple of times at your houses. Oh, look at these guys. They are so silly. So silly. Have you had an opportunity to play on a jungle gym in the last 2 months? I haven't. Oops, here they are again. And look at Max is right there in the middle of it because he's the king of all wild things. "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Hasn't that been a great part of the quarantine that we've been going through? We get to spend so much time with our families, with our mums and our dads and our brothers and our sisters and whoever is around in our house. Then all around from far away across the world, Max smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws, but Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. I wonder what he had for supper. What's your favorite supper? And his supper was still hot. Wow. Isn't that awesome? He went that far away and had that much adventure and still came home to a hot supper. He was one lucky boy, wasn't he? All right. I'm so happy we got to spend this time together. I hope we can do it again soon. Bye now. Be good and get your schoolwork done.